Okay, so today's a very big day. We got the ribbon cutting in Berlin for the Giga factory for Tesla. I think Tesla stock's about to have a big run, and Tesla stock can be a major leader here. And one of the reasons I think is that, an oft guest, Dan Ives, is saying, in a nutshell, we believe by the end of 2022, Tesla will now have the capacity run rate for overall 2 million units. And they also seem to have the supply chain problems figured out a lot better than everybody else. And then they talk about de-risking China, that China is no longer as important, which is obviously major because China's so convoluted. But I just think this is right in the wheelhouse of the country that is known as the capital. Now, I used to be Detroit, and I still love Detroit, but you're going up against BMW and Benz. And, Musk just laughs at everyone. He's contemptuous of everyone other than Musk. I like that.
Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. Quick shout out to my newest patron, the Toy Man. Thank you for choosing to support the channel. And you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Cramer, but I've popped this prediction into the prediction tracker, so let's see if he's right over the next few weeks. And of course, today is a big day of celebration for Giga Berlin, as the first deliveries have indeed taken place earlier this morning. So let's have a look and walk through some of the facts and also some of the rumors and what to expect for this factory in the months to come. Giga Berlin took 24 months from breaking ground to the first deliveries, March 2020 to March 2022. And for comparison, it's been 19 months so far for Giga Texas from breaking ground to today. Of course, we don't have our first deliveries yet from this factory. Giga Shanghai was incredibly fast, taking 12 months from breaking ground to the first customer deliveries, December 2018 to December 2019. So right now there's 40 weeks left in 2022. Tesla would need to average 2,500 cars per week from Berlin to hit 100,000 vehicles for the year. The word on the street is Tesla's goal is to reach 5,000 cars per week by the end of this year, so this is an attainable goal. However, it of course depends on the production ramp. Personally, at this point, I think anything between 50 and 100,000 would be a win for Tesla out of Berlin for this year. Elon did give a brief speech this morning before the first deliveries. He said that Tesla Berlin will also make battery storage, and he talked about the sustainable energy future. And perhaps most importantly, he said you can have hope in the future. Sustainability will be solved, and he told everybody to believe in the future. And getting to the heart of why this day is so important, Elon tweeted, "It makes a huge difference to capital efficiency to localize production within a continent." So remember, this is not just about increasing production capacity or de-risking reliance on China. It's also about higher margins, lowering shipping costs and import taxes, and allowing Giga Shanghai to export elsewhere. Giga Berlin currently has one production line with 500,000 units of annual capacity. The battery packs to start will be coming from Shanghai until 4680 production is up and running locally, which may happen as soon as Q3 of this year. I would add that ultimately the capacity from this one factory is likely much higher than 500,000, as we have to remember Giga Shanghai is listed with an annual capacity of 450,000, and they're producing well in excess of that figure. Now to the rumors, there are some that this factory capacity could ultimately be split between the Model 3 and Model Y. Berlin may add Model 3 4680 production to the same Model Y line once the Model Y reaches 400,000 units per year. There are other rumors that Tesla will add an identical factory to the site known as the Mirror Building, and this will most likely require a new permit. And as you can see, Elon did sign some of these initial deliveries, which is pretty cool for the owners. And we got this image of Tesla seats from Giga Berlin with the Tesla logo on the backrest. Not sure if these will make it into official production, but it would also be cool if they did. Now, I won't waste your time with these Gordon Johnson comments about Berlin opening. However, if you want a good laugh and some entertainment for the day, I will link this video below. And here quickly we have a sign of the times from Goldman Sachs as they cut Ford and GM price targets, but raise EPS and volume estimates for Tesla. And this boost for Tesla reflects raised EV prices and a slightly higher volume, with the latter a result of the company's ability to navigate the supply chain, recent government approval for the Berlin factory, and potentially higher demand for EVs following the rise in oil prices. From Blue Sky Kites on Twitter, it looks like the Travis County Commissioner's Court has officially approved the event at Giga Austin. Details are on the screen. Now, I have to let you know, unfortunately, I will not be able to attend this event. One of my best friends is going through some life stuff and asked me to visit him that same weekend, so that's where I will be. So to all of you that are going, I hope you have a wonderful time and have an extra drink or two from me. Brian Beal had a thought-provoking tweet. BlackBerry had its best year a full 4 years after the iPhone was released. Then the company collapsed. A good reminder that the product that will kill your company may already be in the market. So may this same story apply to the EV revolution? Tesla's already in the market, but it's going to take a few years for legacy auto to collapse. We'll have to wait and see if the government steps in or if these automakers can get it together and come to market with some real Tesla competition. And for me, I think between 2025 and 2027, we'll have a pretty good idea of who's going to make it and who's in huge trouble. Here we have an update from the SEC. Elon's still trying to get out under this censorship ban, essentially. Long story short, it looks like he may not be successful in this endeavor as the SEC is holding firm. The SEC has said it's not enough that Musk found compliance less convenient than he had hoped or wished the SEC would stop investigating Tesla's disclosure procedures. When it comes to civil settlements, a deal is a deal, absent far more compelling circumstances than are here presented. Elon and his lawyer Alex Spiro have not commented on this specifically yet. However, other legal experts have said Musk is unlikely to have the decree set aside. Here we have some more bullish news for Chinese companies listed on American exchanges, as some are being asked to prepare for more disclosure requirements, which will further reduce the fears that these companies will ultimately be delisted. This comes as China's regulators are considering a proposal to allow their US counterparts to inspect audit working papers of some Chinese companies that don't collect sensitive data. And US and Chinese regulators have had seemingly good communication, and the Chinese government continues to support all types of companies going public outside of China. Waymo released a new blog yesterday, and they highlighted some of its progress that it's made so far in San Francisco. However, at the end of the blog, they did note something specific, saying, as a result of all of their progress, we're now ready to begin introducing the Waymo driver in fully autonomous mode with no specialist behind the wheel in the city, San Francisco, as a major step on our path to deploying a fully autonomous commercial service. They did not share any details as far as how this would work or how soon we might see this. All they said to close the letter was, we have much more to come over the next few months. And if you're somebody that likes to bash Waymo, once again, as a way to hold up Tesla, one, you don't have to, and two, just read some of their stories of these early testers using Waymo and how it's actually changing their lives. So there is definitely a place for services like this, even though it's geo-fenced, and no, it's not going to challenge Tesla's true FSD anywhere on the planet anytime soon, in my opinion. However, that does not mean it's a useless technology. Here we have Ford continuing its hiring spree, and they continue to bring on some solid top talent. To bring you up to speed, over the last few months, Ford has brought in Doug Field from Apple, Rebecca Pagani from Amazon, Martin Sander from Volkswagen, and Alan Clark from Tesla. Now, to add to that list, Ford has brought in somebody from Apple, Jennifer Waldo, who will take over as Ford's Chief People and Employee Experiences Officer. While at Apple, Jennifer led the team supporting non-retail people-related functions, including software, hardware, services, design, and marketing, as well as global mobility and talent development. So Jennifer has a strong track record of helping companies across different industries build talent and culture to support innovation and growth, something crucial for Ford at this juncture. Just a quick reminder, no, it's not just Tesla that deals with recalls in the automotive space, as GM recalling 740,000 vehicles from 2010 to 2017 because the headlights are too bright. So far, it's being reported that GM has not come up with a repair just yet. And last up for today, a quick update on Rivian. They did share a new video going over the cargo space, so I want to share that with you. And I'll also highlight some of the takeaways from Kyle at Out of Spec Reviews, as he's just been testing the Rivian R1T. So Kyle had the 135 kilowatt hour large pack quad motor R1T. He got 290 miles in the real world on a single charge doing his 70 mile per hour test with the 20-inch all-terrain tires. He added, if you had aero or sport wheels, you may actually get 300 miles of range, as this vehicle has an EPA rated range of 314 miles, so this efficiency in the real world is indeed impressive. And with regard to the advanced driver assistance, right now you can only use auto steer on specific highway roads. It does have adaptive cruise control that you can use anywhere, but the steering is only on select pre-mapped roads. Auto steer does make you touch the steering wheel every so often, and it's not capacitive, meaning it does require torque to the wheel to alert it that you are in control. But that'll do it for today. Please take a second to like the video if you did. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.